Okay, I look like crap. Alright, nobody cares. Alright. Hello. Um, I should probably start over. Okay, I'm not gonna do it though. So, this video is about you and being single. And so, sit your little stubborn ass down and I might tell some offensive jokes. I might cuss a couple times. I apologize. But I want this video to be real and raw and from the heart because I have a story to tell. And I want to speak to you as if you really are here with me right now. So I hope that you will sit down, shut up, and listen as if I was really there because I super duper care about everyone. That is my greatest flaw. I care so much. So I need to make this video because I need to make this video before I'm not single anymore. I don't know when that's going to be. Who knows when that's going to be? But you need to know how I know about being single because a little bit about my story. I really, really struggled with being single not that very long ago. The other day. And not to mention, I have two really beautiful little baby girls. I'm going to show you a picture. Okay. I can't get it off. Get off of there. All right, whatever. Here you go. They are literally my favorite things in the world. My favorite people in the world. Don't even try to get me to be politically correct because it's damn near impossible for me. Okay? So, yeah, if you're like tired of being single and you are wanting, let's start with that. Let's start with you ladies that are like, I'm so done being single. I just want somebody to hold. Like, I'm right there with you. However, I have some tools and I have some beliefs that are getting me through this time. And one of those things is, sorry, this lighting is like really bothering me. Okay. Whoop. Is that a little bit better? Let me see. Whoop. How about that? I'm so sorry. I'm very, not professional at this at all. But that's what you're going to get. You're going to get just realness. Okay. So yeah, if that's you, okay. I'd really like to share my whole dang story, but it's very long. I'm going to try and tell it in a couple minutes. I have two children. They are 3 and 4 years old. And so one of the hardest things I went through in my entire life was being left while pregnant twice. And another thing that I'm still kind of almost trying to heal from is people kind of throwing that in my face. I had my best friend kind of be like, well, they must have left you for some reason. Like, yeah, I can see why. So I just kind of want to address things like that. First of all, okay, there's nothing wrong with you that is keeping you single. But at the same time, on the other side of the coin, there probably is some things that you need to work on as a individual person. That way, when you find your one, you get together with them, it's like more beautiful. So another part of my story is that I have dated guys who I've dated. I have connected myself with more than one person, and that really, really irks me because it kind of makes it like less special, I guess, when you finally get to your other person, and you can have your opinions of that you want all day long. But, however, the truth is that totally lost the train there, but it will come back around. But I've connected with different types of people. There is a lot of people that you can connect with. There's a lot of connections that can be formed. And I'm going to go ahead and say something dangerous and serious and true, which is that you really need to be careful who you connect with. And especially if, um, I mean, you become who you connect with. I don't care what your opinion is on that, because that is true. That's psychology. You are going to become more like whoever you hang around with. So, um, man, there's so many points to make on this. You need to be choosy. You need to choose wisely. And first of all, you need to choose who you are first. Because part of my story is ending up with these guys and realizing like they were reflecting these things in me, because I found out like, oh, they're whole in this area. Like I dated some guys that were like they're chill being by themselves. And I was like, damn, I don't have that. Like, you need to get that. You need to develop that before you get into a relationship. And I'm like already in the relationship, like trying my hardest to like be okay by myself. Yeah, no, figure that out first before you meet your person, and choose wisely, okay? There's a lot of men out there. There's a lot of little boys stuck in men's bodies too. And somebody once told me make a list first right now of all the characteristics that you want or that you need really to be compatible with you, or kind of pray about it a little bit, ask God like what kind of man am I looking for here. You make that list of that, and then I would encourage you to also make a list of like what you want to be able to bring to the table. Like, who are you going to be when you're the only person that person has? Like, are you going to be annoying? Are you going to be needy? Are you going to be hurtful? Are you going to lash out at them all of your stress of the day? Like, things like that we see in everyday normal relationships. You don't want that. You don't want an everyday normal relationship by any means these days. You don't want one of the many, many, many men who will live a double life and be like, yeah, I love you, honey, like anything you want, anything you need, and then he's out like cheating on you and you'll never know. Because this is another reason to be very careful who you connect with. And I'm going to say this is a dangerous truth to know. Okay, if you connect with somebody on this heart level, you're going to trust them. That is the dangerous part. That is the part that a lot of men don't want you to probably know. And maybe women too. Probably women too. Okay, if you if you trust a man, you're going to like show what makes you tick, like what makes you happy. You're going to be manipulatable. Okay? So like be careful. Make sure you have boundaries. Make sure you have like you don't want to play games, but make sure that there's like some kind of like there's some kind of path of booby traps and like and axes and like fucking don't be too easy, because if you're easy, like they're just gonna come in and as easy as they got in, they're gonna leave. It's just like it's human nature. It's not even totally their fault. So if you set up some boundaries and even set up some walls, like that's fine. That's perfectly cool. It's got to be something there that it takes time for them to get through. It has to take time. Like, you have to sit, be patient, and watch. Like, you don't want to be the one who just, as soon as a man, like, oh, there goes a man, pick me. Like, you don't want that, because then you're with this dude and like, and you're like, yes, I got one. And then another one walks by that you like are more compatible with, that would have been like way better for you. And you're just like, I'm going to hang on to this one because I already have him. So, like, dude, this is a big decision. All right, this is another thing. What is the whole purpose of a relationship? I'm really trying to summarize this for you. Hang in there. You got this, okay? Take notes if you need to. Listen, the purpose of a relationship is a partner for life. You only get one in monogamy. I'm monogamous, and I believe that the polygamy stuff, trying to be nice here, is BS. I'm not into like the unicorn hunting and the open relationships. That's not what I'm trying to discuss with you. I'm talking to you if you know the truth about monogamy and that intimacy of only having one. Like, those who date many will never know. They do not understand what it's like to just be with one. Okay? And I've been guilty of that in my past, but like moving forward. Okay? So, anyways, purpose of relationship, a partner in life. You need to figure out what that's going to look like. You guys are not going to be the same. There's going to be disagreements. What are you going to do with the disagreements? Like, there is a lot to figure out. It is not easy, it is complicated. And that is why I think that the scripture says, be patient as the first thing in love. It says patience, and I think the reason why is because like the shit is hard. It's not easy. You need patience. If you don't have patience, it's pretty much game over from the start. And so you need to make sure that like this man, he understands you. He knows that you pick your nose too much. He knows that you complain when it's cold outside, and he's gonna like smile and take care of you anyways. And vice versa. Like, you need to understand that this dude doesn't want to coddle you all day long or all week long. He wants to take a couple of days to go sit in a tent by himself with a gun and shoot things when they pass by. Whatever it is, like, you need to find out what it is, who this person is, and if you're going to be able to withstand them. And I personally believe a dangerous truth that like shit's about to get even more difficult. Like, in 10 years from now, it's going to be more like things going on besides like being politically correct. It's going to get crazy, I think, is my personal belief. You can have opinions on that all day long, but just like be prepared. Find someone that you can be prepared with. No matter what, you guys, it's you guys against the world, okay? Like, you if you have a healthy relationship, like family and relationships, if we're talking in a healthy context, you go from your dad loving you and taking care of you and being the one who loves you the most, or your mom, to your partner. So they have a lot to fill there, and you have a lot to fill there. Like, you can use your stepmother or your stepfather, or your father-in-law or mother-in-law, as a guide of like how much you should love this human being and how to love this human being. You got to meet the parents. You got to know the parents. You got to know their relationship. You got to know the dynamic. You got to know expectations. Expectations are a bitch, especially when they're a surprise. So my advice there is try not to have expectations, but also have healthy expectations of each other and talk about them. Like, don't just let your expectation be a thing in your head, okay? Y'all cannot read each other's minds. You have to communicate. I'm sorry. Communication, necessary. So, friendship first is a great key that I've learned. Okay, so also we talked about, the pain, the emptiness. All right, you want to take whatever pain and emptiness you are feeling, and I am doing this now. You want to turn pain and emptiness into strength and independence, okay? you don't want to be found like wounded laying on the ground in the fetal position. You don't want to be found that way. You don't want to find your partner that way either. You're going to need to you're going to want to be found standing strong and independent. And that way there can be some respect. You want to be respectable, as my dad says. So I know the feeling of pain and crying. Like, I cried just a few days ago about being alone. It's not fun. I'm a people person. I just became a lone wolf so that I can actually make these videos and like help people and stuff. But I'm a people person. I love people. I love you. I don't know who you are and I love you. I've never met a stranger in my life. I thrive around being I thrive being around people and interacting with people, getting to know people, loving people, healing people's hearts and their minds, and teaching people. Like, I thrive there. And I have become a lone wolf so that I could do this, what I'm telling you to do. Become independent and become strong in who I am. And you need to become strong in who you are. Who are you? What what do you want? Who are you? What do you want? What are your fears? What do you like? What do you like to do? You need to know all these things about you. You need to take time to love yourself. And I used to hate when people said that to me, but it is true. Because if you go and get a partner and you are empty and you have this hole that they have to fill, then they have to fill that every day. And it is a responsibility. And it's like feeding a fish or something, or a pet or whatever. That's not what love is between two human beings. You want to learn what that hole is, what shape it is, and what you need to put in there, and you need to put it in there every day. Okay? So for me, I'm learning that I need a lot. Okay? Every morning, like, I never had a morning routine, and now that I do, it's like 2 hours long. And I'm like just eating, like feeding that hole in me before I even get started with my day. And what it turns out is that I need a lot of truth, this like dead honest truth. I need a lot of wisdom. I need a lot of perspective. Just to share a few things, but like I need those things. So I wake up now and I spend a couple hours just filling myself. Like, I wake up feeling empty. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wake up alone feeling empty. There's nobody in my bed. Look at my bed. It's a one person bed. I'm living in my parents' house right now. And I am alone. I am single. And I fucking hate it sometimes. It makes me fucking cry. Like, I am right there with you. I promise. But we got this. Stand up. Be strong. Be you. And be fucking picky. Okay? And another thing. Relationships are temporary. They're temporary. So it doesn't matter who you pick in the end. You're going to be right back where you started, alone. Everybody dies alone unless you're in The Notebook. I love that. That was so cute, so sweet. Like, check it out if you haven't seen it. But anyways, look. All you have is who you are, like, on the inside. You need to look within and you need to figure that shit out. You need to love that shit, organize that shit, be that shit on a consistent basis. It takes time to get to know somebody, right? So take the time to get to know you and be actually prepared. Are you actually prepared to love somebody? And you're already loved. You love yourself, and then you're loving them every day, no matter what happens, no matter how many times they pick their nose or leave you to go hunting. I'm almost done. Okay, so, all right, so are you prepared for that? And then are you prepared to lose them? Are you prepared for the possibility of being cheated on, which is very high these days? Are you prepared for the possibility of being left and abandoned? Are you, because it almost killed me. It almost killed me having someone's child in me and them leaving. That was very painful. So, love is not simple. It is like super complicated and it is very difficult. So, make sure you're on your toes. Make sure you're ready to go. And then make sure you're ready to lose it in the end, because if they don't if they don't cheat on you, if they don't leave you, still one of you probably will die before the other in the end, and then it's all over. So I mean, just life is short and fleeting. Okay, now if you, all right, I'm all done with my speech. I love you. I told you all of that out of love. I hope that it cut to the core of your being and put some strength and some warmth in there. I hope it puts some iron and some lights. I don't know it all, but I have learned a lot, and I just wanted to share whatever I could, whatever you were willing to hear. Here's another thing. If you want some scriptures about this, okay, y'all, I've been working on myself hard. I've been working on myself so freaking hard. And I just been cutting myself daily, just sharpening myself daily. Like, what do I need to change? What do I need to fix? How can I be more peaceful? All of it. Like, all of it. I've been trying to become the best person I can be. So I really hope that this video blesses you and helps you. Now, I'm going to go into the scripture segment of this. So, I found like my future husband in this in this Bible, like, I don't know, a few weeks ago, and I was like, damn, that's impossible. So if you want help with that list, those lists of not just who he should be, but who you should be also. I found this in First Timothy, and see, I wrote, my future husband. Oh my god, I'm a crazy bitch. Okay. No, I'm not. I am I am an amazing person. Okay, sorry. All right, so let's see. It says, ooh, this is good. This is really good. Okay. This Bible straight up says, okay, I'm going to just read it and then I'll give you my version of interpretation. I desire therefore that, okay, sorry, 1 Timothy 2:8 is the address. I desire therefore that the men pray everywhere, lifting up holy hands without wrath and doubting. In like man, sorry, I'm just thinking like, okay, I desire men pray everywhere, lifting up holy hands. Okay, if you can find you a man that prays everywhere. Okay? Like, good luck. That'll take you a while, you know? All right, sorry. Without wrath and without doubt. So without anger and without doubt. That is good luck. In like manner also that the women adorn themselves. in modest apparel, with propriety and moderation, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly clothing, but which is proper for women, professing godliness with good works. Let a woman learn in silence with all submission, and I do not permit a woman to teach or to have authority over a man. So, but to be in silence. So find you one you don't have to teach or control. Okay, because you're not allowed to really do that according to God. You're actually supposed to let these men be men and like be the leader in the family. So you have your job, you have to find or let one find you who is that man that you want him to be already. Like, do not find a man that you think you're going to change. Stop it. Don't count on it, because he could even pretend to be changed. And this has happened to me. I have been married. He could pretend to be changed, and then a year later turn around and be like, nope, this is who I really am, and you're stuck with me, bitch. Luckily, thank you, Jesus, he divorced me. I was cut loose by the grace of God, because otherwise I would have been stuck in that still with a man that wasn't who he was when we got married. But that was because I got married, like, I think after a couple weeks, a couple months. It was a terrible decision. Okay? Be careful. Don't do that. Don't do that. So, let a woman learn, I do not permit, blah, blah, blah. For Adam was formed first, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived fell into transgression. Nevertheless, she will be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith, love, and holiness with self-control. What? So basically, first of all, stop dressing like a slut or a whore. And I'm really sorry to use those words, but stop showing off all your goodies, your curves. Stop drawing. I'm gonna have to pause this. I'll probably have to make a part 2. That's what I'm gonna do. But stop drawing men in with lust, because then that is not love. I'll explain later. All right. I love you. You love you.